So I have been using nothing but the spear in all 40 hours I've played of First Berserker Khazan so far. What's up guys, my name is Pastor Gaines. I am a Souls-like and Elden Ring content creator and enjoyer, and I'm going to show you exactly which skills you need to invest in when using the spear. Also, just a quick disclaimer here, this is based on my own personal 40 hours of playing with the spear. If you have skills on the spear that you use that you think definitely should be in this video, leave them down in the comments below as I would love to try them out for myself. Now the first skill I want you to look at when putting together any build on a spear or just have a really awesome damage dealer in your arsenal is going to be from the potent blow category. What you want is you want the spiral thrust. The spiral thrust is going to be a very quick 3-part hit that's going to cause a ton of damage on your enemy. Now, where this gets really interesting is if you move all the way down the tree, you are going to be able to charge up your spiral thrust, dealing a ton of damage. This is only going to consume 1 extra spirit charge, and for the damage that you get, it is definitely worth it. You can fit this attack in small windows when fighting bosses. You can also time it perfectly to when an enemy comes around a corner, you can take them out as well. I find that this is an absolute must-have for when I'm using the spear in First Berserker Khazan. Now within the same potent blow skill tree, we are going to look at 0 Point and 0 Point Fortress. In my opinion, this is one of the moves that I use the most in First Berserker Khazan, especially when mixing heavy and light attacks together. This is going to allow you to, during a heavy attack, press X, and you are going to stab the enemy 3 times. You can then go back into other combinations. You can dodge and get into your Moonlight and Moonlight Stance, which we're going to go over here in just a minute as well, but this is definitely a super solid combo that you want in your arsenal. The name of the game when playing a spear is to do as much damage as fast as possible and as quickly as possible, and this is definitely one of those attacks you want in your arsenal. Now, Shadow Strike is the next must you need to have for a spear or any spear build, in my opinion. Shadow Strike is going to allow you, as you go down the tree, to upgrade this particular move to do a ton more damage and treat it like a perfect guard, to where once you do it at the exact right time, you are going to appear directly behind your enemy and then be able to do increased damage on top of being behind your enemy where they take more damage anyway. This is a really awesome move, whether or not you just need a filler real quick to break somebody's stamina at the last second, or if you're looking to dodge in and out of combat as well as take advantage fully of Moon Stance. This is definitely one of the combos you want to use with the spear to continue to flow in and out of combat quickly. In fact, one of the most fun things to do is to use Shadow Strike and then go over into your potent blow and use 1 heavy and 2 light attacks to just pour out a ton of damage really quickly. Now I know it goes without saying, but when you look at the swift attack category within all the different moves you can use for your spear, in my opinion, you want every single one of these. Everything is going to build into Moonlight Stance, allowing you to dodge while you're in Moonlight Stance, as well as to charge heavy attacks when you are in your Moonlight Stance, and everything here is going to allow you to do more and more damage with that Moonlight Stance, activating it farther and farther as you dodge in and out of combat. In my opinion, this is the sole reason to use the spear, as it is so incredibly broken and fun to use once you are dodging in and out, upgrading your Moonlight Stance, getting it to last longer, as well as doing more and more damage. I highly recommend that if you don't have anything in the swift attack category, that you invest in as much as possible, because it's going to allow your entire spear build you're working on to become way more of a dance than actual combat. However, if you don't want to invest fully in this tree, rather you want some of the best attributes in it, I highly recommend you use Crimson Strike, which is going to increase your brutal attacks when you're in Moonlight Stance. I also recommend that you get Moonlight Step Intercept, as you're dodging in your Moonlight Stance, that dodge is going to count as an attack. And then obviously upgrading Moonlight Stance fully, as well as Swift Attack, which you need to even open up the category to begin with. These are all excellent starting places to go. Now, surprisingly enough, this next skill in the chain tree is actually incredibly good, and I had overlooked it until very recently when my buddy Matt Your Average Gamer pointed it out to me. First and foremost, you want to go in the chain tab and go to the move Assault. As you go through this entire tree of the Assault move, it's going to allow you to do a few light attacks and then a massively powerful kick, staggering your enemy backwards and then eventually slamming your spear down on the ground. I think this is definitely an awesome move to use, and it's going to allow your enemy to be pushed back a little bit, so if you are in your Moonlight Stance, you're only going to be able to tie this into a whole chain of attributes and moves that are going to make this incredibly fun to use. I find this works really well on smaller enemies and even some bosses, so if you haven't tried it and just overlooked it like I did, I recommend that you go in here and test it out. Now, a move that I'm currently experimenting with and I haven't quite made my opinion up on is going to be within the guard tree. Obviously, it goes without saying that you want to get the first 4 to 5 guard attributes selected, but then going down to the Phantom Heatwave skill, this is going to allow you to counterattack while you are guarding, and if you continually upgrade Phantom Heatwave and use Whirlwind, you can pretty much guard indefinitely all the way up to a maximum of 50 seconds. And as I stated, this is also going to allow you to do damage back to your enemy while you are guarding, so I think overall this is going to be a really good skill to use, but it may have very niche uses, so if you guys have used this, leave some comments down below because I'm still testing this one out, but so far it does seem very interesting and like it could potentially be an incredibly broken skill. Now, these are the skills that I have found that have been really helpful and really great to use in any spear build you're putting together. As I said before, if you guys have skills that you've used that you think are really awesome, leave them down in the comments below, as I also am still experimenting with these and finding out which ones I personally like the best. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification on your way out. And until next time, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.